Hi. Um, Welcome to this movie review. As you could tell by the title, I am going to be talking about the one, the only Waxwork. Will actually be this one today. Yeah, this one. Yeah, Waxwork. Waxwork is a movie that I actually seen about, I say, 20 years ago for the first time. And when I first seen it, it scared me a lot. I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old when I first seen it, and it scared me a lot. And then, I never wanted to ever see it again. But then, finally, a couple years ago, I wanted to watch it for Halloween one time, and I ordered the DVD, and I never got around to watching it until actually today. I actually just watched it for the first time in almost 20 years today, or about 20 years, and I have to actually say, I actually like it now. It's a little bit different than I remembered. Like some stuff I remember, but some stuff I didn't remember. Which I'll get to in meantime. I'm not going to try to do no major spoilers. I'm not going to try to do no major spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. Like, the movie, in case you don't know, came out in 1988, which is 25 years ago. So yeah, so Waxwork is 25 years old. So anyways, it's about these kids that I guess get invited. Well, actually, two girls are invited to bring their friends over to this, like, what is it? A midnight showing of these waxwork things, and they actually look realistic. But then, when they start touching them, you find out that they actually go into wherever the waxwork's from. Like, for example, the first guy goes into a thing where there's a werewolf, and wow, spoiler here, he actually gets killed by the werewolf. And then another one, and this actually, it's kind of sad. Well, at least for me, I don't know why, but the girl who goes into the vampire thing. Now, I knew what was going to happen to her because that's one of the things I remember from when I first seen it. But I was kind of sad that what happened with her. You can see her; she's trying to struggle and get out there. Like, she's fighting with these vampires, and then finally the main vampire basically hypnotizes her and he bites her. Yeah. And I was kind of, even though I knew it was going to happen, I was still hoping that she should get. Like, the funny thing is, I actually wanted to go in and help her. I know, if you know her character, the girl I'm talking about, the blonde hair girl. If you look at the beginning of the movie, she's kind of like a bad girl. She's, I guess, the ex-girlfriend of Zach Galligan's character. In case you don't know who Zach Galligan is, he's Billy from Gremlins. This is actually, I think this is his other movie he's remembered for, other than Gremlins. This is the other movie he's remembered for. So I wanted to kind of help her. So like, what the movie's about is that, but at the same time, it's kind of like mini movies too. It's basically like mini movies or mini horror movies in together with an intertwined story, which you do find out about what actually goes on with the waxwork, and how actually Zach Galligan's character, I can't remember his name. Actually, I could probably tell you what his name is. Mark, I guess, or maybe I know his name is Zach Galligan's can there's a connection. I'm not going to say, I don't want to say what connection. It's not really a big connection. It's just a little tiny connection about the Waxwork Museum and the guy that runs it, and him and the Zach Galligan character. So and that's what it's basically like, mini movies. Like, these people go into like these mini horror movies after touching, like, actually going through this like barrier wall, go through, and they go into like this mini horror movie, and yeah. And so it's actually, some of them really neat. I like the mummy one, even though that's another one I kind of wish I could have helped. Policeman I wish I could help them go there. I guess I like that one. That's one of my favorites. The mummy one. What's the other one I liked? I actually really liked and it all culminates in a big battle. I don't like. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a battle with like. Well, I guess I could say there's a battle with all of a sudden all the wax things come alive and it's like this big huge battle. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I guess maybe there would be some things because actually I do want to talk about the ending. Well, obviously because I'll be talking about the sequel next, but I'll get to that in a minute. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, yeah. So yeah. So basically, they're fighting in like with basically all of them end up getting killed, and yeah, like, except for Zach Gallen's character, and I guess it's Deborah Foreman's character. I guess I'm not 100% sure if that's who it was. She played in different horror movies. Deborah Foreman. So they end up surviving, and then all these other people come in and start fighting with the Waxwork people, and because they all come alive in this big, huge battle. It's kind of neat. And the girl that I was talking about from the vampires, she actually does return, but she returns as a vampire because, in case you don't know, she actually did get bitten by the vampire at the end of her, like, I guess you could say, mini movie or whatever. And yeah. And then it ends with the whole museum going up in flames. Now the funny thing is, I don't know if it's just me, but for some weird reason, I didn't realize the ending they showed is the ending that happened. Because what I mean is, yeah, so I'm actually really confused because with Waxwork, I thought the way it ended was after, I remember the place getting on fire and everything, but I thought after that ended, it went over to the next day and all of a sudden everything was, they're like all happy that everything was back to normal. I don't know if I'm thinking of another movie. Yeah, but how this ending is, the hand from the zombie segment, there's a zombie segment which I'll get to in a minute. I want to talk about that. All of a sudden it survives somehow, and that's where it ends, and I guess that leads off into a sequel. Yeah, so it's really weird that how like I thought I remembered, I don't know, maybe it's a different movie I'm thinking of, that the place goes up in flames and then it's, I don't know, because I looked online here and it didn't say nothing about any different endings, so yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so I want to talk about the zombie moment. That I would have to say is the strangest part. Not because of zombies. I've said, I think it says in the video before, I'm not really a huge fan of zombies, but that part was just kind of weird because it's black and white. Like compared to all the other mini movies they have in Waxwork, it's so weird that all of a sudden it goes into black and white. And I've actually seen movies done that before where all of a sudden it goes black and white. Well, the one good example would be The Wizard of Oz, but that I guess could be explained. But I always think that's weird when it does. I suppose maybe it looks older and stuff, and yeah. Yeah, I just think it's really weird, that part. Yeah, so it's kind of gory. I think this is I know there's two versions released, an R-rated version and unrated version, and I think this is the unrated version. I could be wrong if it's the unrated version. I'm not 100% sure because I looked online that shows you the different scenes from the unrated version, and the scenes I do remember seeing, like there is a lot of blood during the vampire part. Yeah. And actually, I remember when before I watched this today, I was kind of worried it was going to be too scary because I remember I was really scared of it, and when I was younger, when I seen it a long time ago, and yeah, I actually like it now. So this might be the first time that there's a horror movie that scared me that all of a sudden became a movie I like. So yeah. I guess I could tell you some of the stuff that, like, some of the stuff. I guess according to IMDb, with the movie. Let's see, and then and the monsters are all from different like things, like movies. I mean. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Yeah, there were 3 characters that were supposed to be displays in Waxwork, but left out of the film for legal reasons. Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, which I can understand that. Which I would think that'd be too weird. I don't know, because I think is just too strange. 5 children from the Village of the Damned movie. I've seen the '90s one, but I've never seen the original of that one. And The Thing. Yeah. Now that might have been just too strange for those to be in, because to me these seem like more like classic movie monsters. Like you do see more recent monsters, but they only have like a small cameo. For the most part, the monsters that you do see in this movie are basically classic movie monsters for the most part. Oh, and the football player, yes, I guess his name's Jonathan. You only see him like, at least in this version, you only see him for like a few minutes. It says in the shooting script, Jonathan is staring at an exhibit of Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th movies. When Jonathan tells Lincoln, the guy who runs the Waxwork thing, about it looked like the same Jason mask from the movies, Mr. Lincoln asks Jonathan, they made a movie about the Jason killings? In the film, there is no Jason Voorhees display, and Jonathan instead stares at an exhibit of the Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, see, to me, I just think having Jason Voorhees, it would have been interesting, but I think it'd be kind of strange. It'd be kind of weird seeing that in there. I guess that's really it. I can't really find much information about it. Yeah. So, like I said, I really like this movie. I know this might not be... It's kind of hard to review this movie, because there's just so much stuff that happens, but like I said, it's basically, them going into a museum, and then if they go into, like, close to the waxwork thing, they go into wherever it was, and they end up, fighting with, and most of them end up getting killed. Yeah. So, like I said, so that's... Yeah. That's all. Yeah, see, Waxwork. On this short guy here, he's okay. Yeah. And actually, one thing I have to say about this DVD is, I don't know if it's just me or I don't know, but for some reason, the volume seems kind of low at the beginning of the movie, like before like anything really happens. But then as stuff starts to happen, it does seem to go to like an ordinary volume. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just the way it was put onto the DVD. But yeah, it's okay if you could bear with, and yeah, for a little bit. But like once it starts actually getting right into the movie, it does go into a normal volume. Yeah, so like I said, this little guy here, it's kind of hard to hear him sometimes. Yeah. Because he has like some kind of weird thick accent, so it's kind of hard, especially with the movie being low. But you know, it's fine. Yeah. And so it's like I said, I like the movie. And so it's 25 years old, like I said. And as for this actual DVD, as far as I know, it is still in print. I know recently Waxwork was, according to what I read on Wikipedia, was recently released with a bunch of other horror movies, but I don't know. But as for this one, as far as I know, it's still in print. I guess I could show you the disc art, or I guess I should probably be showing it again anyways when I do a sequel. So there's the disc art. you get Waxwork, and then the sequel. Yeah. And that's not really much to it. And there's no special features. It said it's supposed to be English closed captioning. But I don't know if it's so. Unfortunately, if you're hard of hearing or anything, unfortunately I couldn't find it here. Unless you guys could find it somewhere, but I couldn't find. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's not really. It's too bad though, because I would like to have at least maybe an interview with some of the cast or something. But especially this year with the movie celebrating its 25th anniversary. But oh well. And as far as I know, they haven't released no special DVD. Yeah. So I guess that'd be it. Sorry if this was kind of a review kind of thing, but it's just I like this movie. I was when I first watched it today, I was actually surprised I actually liked this so much. Yeah, it is a kind of a strange little movie, but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you want to tell me anything I might have missed, because I only got my information basically from IMDb and Wikipedia. I know they're not 100% accurate, so if you want to correct me on anything, or if you want to tell me something else that maybe I didn't know about the movie that I didn't mention, then you could tell me in the bottom the comments. I know the comments on YouTube are different now, which I don't really like, and I don't think a lot of the people don't like, but whatever. Yeah, so anyways, I just want to thank you guys for watching my review of Waxwork, and stay tuned, because on Thursday, I don't know if I'm going to have a video tomorrow, I might, I don't know, but I'm going to do the sequel, Waxwork 2, Lost in Time, which I guess picks up right where this one left off. I'm guessing, I don't know. Now this one, I don't want to say too much about it right now, because I haven't watched it yet, and yeah. So anyway, stay tuned for my next review, which will be sometime Thursday, for Waxwork 2, Lost in Time. So thank you guys for watching, and bye.